Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, June 17th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So early in the day, even though we had a minuscule gap lower, it looked like the market was going to attempt to push up and who knows, maybe get the overnight highs and get into the value and have the 80-20 rule come into play. Get the other end of value. But more headlines send the ALGOs into a tizzy about Iran. We go down and we end up holding a trend day in ES and NQ. NQ's rollover gap has been reduced greatly. It's a little over $1. ES missed filling theirs by 2 ticks. Righty goes out with just a day's high and low, and they did not get an overnight. The Bears end up winning the day today pretty handily after the afternoon pull down. I had a good day though. I think we held our own and saw it pretty well. It's a 5-day balance now. That's it, right? It is still Friday's low is your balance low, and yesterday's high is your balance high. So we'll see how we come out of it come Fed Day tomorrow. Again, what's interesting about Fed Day tomorrow, though, a lot of times they take a night to digest it, but we're closed Thursday. So I'm wondering if the market tries to get more proactive after his press conference than they normally would because the market's closed, or will they take a full day to digest and then Friday maybe have more of a directional move? It remains to be seen. We also have options expiration on Friday. So the first thing I did today, A period open and shot up real quick, took a short against the inventory adjustment, and it pulled back, which was nice. Also took a short on the 945 turnover, which pulled back. Remember, we had value in our favor early on, so that kept me a little bit intrigued to be looking for shorts. But things changed after that. I didn't get A's high when they took it out, so I missed one of those staple plays, but I did make some money on longs on both, in B period, on both the 144 and when we pulled back to half back. C period, same thing. We were still one time framing up, traded the long side a bit, even with the lower value. D period, I did get the IB high, but just by, it wasn't much. But the bulls at that point, even though value was lower, had the opening, IB high, one time framing, looked like they were going to get going. Didn't do anything in E and F, and then G period happened. So first I took a short against the 144. I should have held on to that one. Then I took a long thinking it could be a potential afternoon pullback. But then I jumped on the short. Then I took the short to get the IB low. So I got both IB trades. So G period was good. And then after that, I, J, and K, I made some money on the short side because at that point with the singles holding and an I and J with the one-time framing and even K before it finally stopped, the short side was working. I did not do anything in L and M. So again, it turned out to be a decent day chart-wise. So here's the daily, right? I'm using, not yesterday's high. I said yesterday's high is the balance high. I apologize. Last Wednesday's high is our balance high, okay? And Friday is our balance low. And that's really important because that's the weekly low, which would put the weekly back to balance. So keep that in mind for tomorrow, okay? The 20-day moving average is at 593.91. We're $4 above it for now. We would have to take out the weekly low of last week to touch the 20. If we did that, the weekly would be back to balance and the daily would be going down. But for now, all it is a 5-day balance. Once again, we're above average in SPY already, 73 million. Triple Q's is 5 million below average. So it's been a little interesting the last 2 days how value has been pretty decent in SPY, but not for triple Q's. Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.